Kapa Hawaiian FM 100.3, 99.1, online at kaparadio.com. As promised, joining us at the Kapa Cafe this morning, she's a Hoku Hano Hano award-winning and award nominee, I should say, 2020
Nominee. Wanna be
nominee,
winning.
nominee for this year. And we're so excited to have you join us at the Kapa Cafe. Christy Leina'ala Lassiter. Good morning, sister. How are you?
Kakahiaka no. I'm so excited. I'm so tickled that you reached out because, I'm not a really cool kind of person. I don't pull in a crowd at a concert. I have 13 followers on Spotify.
No, hold on a minute, girl. Hold on a minute. But you are the elegant queen that shows up, just put together
Thank
all
you.
the time.
Thank
And the
you.
other thing that I noted that I have to note is that you are a very busy lady.
I am. And a couple years ago, I asked a friend of mine, I said, am I too old to get into this game? And he said, you're never too old. And that was it. I put all of my ageisms behind me and just travel the path that I love, and that is bringing joy through Hawaiian music.
Speaking of that, Christy, tell us a little bit about the album that's up for nomination this year.
All right, do you want to see her? Here she is.
Yes.
So first of all, Nominee is dedicated to all of the beautiful hula dancers I have worked with. Without hula, our Hawaiian songs just don't come to life. So this was a way to honor all of the gentlemen and ladies who I've worked with. And I reached out and asked them, please give me your top 5. And I took a compilation of my friends' favorite hula numbers and then sat down with another group of friends. And we used JJ Ahuna, Kyle Ka'a'a, Dwight Tokomoto, and myself and Pepe Romero, and we did a one-time recording in the Empty Palace Theater. We did 3 takes of 14 songs. And then Pepe gave me the hard drive, and I picked what I hoped was the best of each one, and I did this album myself. I am truly an indie artist. I didn't even know what indie meant. I was like, is that IRA? Indie? Are they spelling it wrong or what? And I did this album, Kolima Nani E, Your Beautiful Hands. The only Hapa Haole song on this album is Lovely Hula Hands because it features that line, Kolima Nani E. And so I truly was honoring and am always honoring the hula dancers. You're one of my iconic hula dancer friends.
You're so sweet.
Yeah, no, and so for me, I felt like all of these people who helped me to come along with the process are honorable, and I'm honoring them. So Kolima Nani E was born from true love for the friends that I've always worked with. And
wow.
And I'm thrilled because it's a beautiful project, and I did it myself. Yes, with help from my friends.
Yeah.
But as far as doing the artwork,
Yeah.
and downloading the music and doing all the graphics myself, and then having it be nominated for Hawaiian Album of the Year and having a place as a female vocalist of the year is an amazing thing to me.
Absolutely. Now, people who are worldwide listening, and for those of our Hawaii Island Ohana, Christy, you outside of music, you've been reared, and I had the opportunity to interview you some years ago, but you've been reared in different walks of life outside of music. Can you just give us a snippet? Because, I don't want to, for those that maybe are new Christy Lassiter fans, that
right,
may
here's
not know.
the nutshell version.
Yeah, nutshell version.
The nutshell version, I come from a Kama'aina ranching family, so horses and cattle. But we also are a family that was very well steeped in the tradition of Hawaiian hospitality. My great-grandparents had one of the first hotels in Ponane, and this was 100 years ago. And my mother and my grandmother both did bed and breakfast out of their homes. They were charming Kama'aina hostesses. My dad worked for United Airlines all of his life, and he was in customer service. And he taught me about customer service, things like, sweetheart, you can't travel first class if you don't look the part. And he also taught me fabulous life lessons, including stay in your own lane. And if it's not on your side of the fence, it's none of your business. And so this taught me to be very focused
Mm-hmm.
and just stay where I wanted to be, which was the niche of Hawaiian music. I did not grow up in a musical family. My dad loved jazz, and we grew up hearing music. But as far as a daily kind of kapila or a weekly, I had a piano, so I had piano lessons. But I had to look for Hawaiian music. I had to find a way to get in there because as horse people, our
Mm-hmm.
job was the barnyard and taking care of horses and doing trail rides, rodeos, and parades. There was no natural way for me to find the music community. And so I just kept traveling with my ukulele and kept, before the internet, if you heard a Hawaiian song on the radio and you wanted the lyrics, you grabbed a pen and a paper really quickly and wrote things down. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't come from a music family, except my grandmother. I'm in her hale. She threw fabulous Hawaiian parties as a hostess.
Mm-hmm.
And after you ate, everybody came in the parlor, and Uncle Floyd Hopi'i sat at the keyboard. All the gorgeous aunties came with their tiny little Martin ukuleles and their big hair and would sing. And so I guess I should backtrack, and there was music in the family. It was in my nana's parlor when she had parties. So we come from a strong and hearty cowgirl background, balanced by a gentle and lovely Hawaiian hospitality. I think that's lovely. That has built me into who I am. And then my dad traveling us around the world and
Mm-hmm.
teaching us
Mm-hmm.
lessons that only travel can teach you,
Yes.
such as if you miss the plane, and this is before cell phones and internet. If you miss that plane, catch the next one. If we're separated, wait for us at the other end. And these life lessons gave me courage. They gave me the courage to pick up my ukulele and keep going with it. I think that's very
Wow.
nice.
You know, the other day, and this is super small, kind of random tangent. There's a photo that Jazz had found of the parade back in, I don't know, the late 90s, maybe ish, I think, or the early 90s. And just like last week, he um, he has it up in the studio, this old picture, and I'm dressed up with my hula, a'ahu. We were in the parade for college, and it was the first year for
With your
kahaku.
fabulous hair
Yes,
and
that's right.
all
Yes,
your tattoos.
yes,
It was one of my
yes.
favorite pictures I ever took.
So he turns the picture over and he starts freaking out and he goes, "Look, did you know who took this picture?" And I went, now that I mean, I knew this information and I was like, "Oh my gosh, she was doing photography and your artwork with photography and your eye for detail, hence doing your own I'm tying it in. I'm tying it in
Yes,
and
yes.
have your graphics to where you're putting all of this in your own project. It makes complete
Full
sense to
circle.
me.
Full
Full
circle.
circle. But those, you were taking photos and you had all of these. I mean, you were everywhere. I remember that.
Yeah, right. And so I'm not going to stop. God has blessed me with good health
Yes.
and an artistic eye.
Yes.
And I think I've cultivated a kind and gentle manner in my life that makes me attractive to people. And that's my kai.
Yes.
It's a good thing. And my mission on this earthly plane is to just offer love and healing through music. I say I work through Akua, he comes through the heart and out. And that's always where I want to be, because we live in such a wounded, fractured world right now. And
Hmm.
so I just want to be on the kind, gentle side of things. You know,
I love it. I love it.
I
Can
think
you?
that's a healthy perspective.
It's a great perspective. And the other thing too, though, I think if there was something that you could share, perhaps with our future generation, you know, the ones that are coming into the music, if there's anything like what you said, some you have said profound things about the life lessons you were taught. If there was anything you could share, what would that be to our future generations of musicians or
You know,
who?
the first thing, especially for women in the industry, is keep it classy.
Mm,
Keep it classy. Keep your private life very private. The
mm-hmm.
internet allows everybody to know too much information. Women have a responsibility to be gracious, and we get this foundation from hula
Mm-hmm.
because hula teaches that. Be elegant, be gracious, be classy. Everybody doesn't want to see you dance 100 hulas. There's
Yeah,
another bunch of hula
yeah,
sisters who want to hula as well.
yeah.
Be classy and be gracious. That's important. And be yourself. Don't try to be somebody else's voice. Let your voice ring true, because if you've got it in you, uh, cultivate that which is your own. We have enough copycat uh, community there again, because we have so much exposure to so many
Right,
people. To
right.
thine own self be true. Be your own self, because you are amazing. If you are a music person, yay for you. And if you can support somebody in your family by giving them ukulele strings when they need it, helping them buy lole when they have an occasion, and go to nature. Always, if you can, use fresh kua. Bring fresh pua to your gig. My goodness, Kona is blessed with pua melia all over. My nana taught me to travel with a small lei making kit. I think that was the best thing. Travel with your lei needle, a little kaula, a little eke to put
Mm-hmm.
things into, and make an extra so you can share. Nature is abundant. And again, it goes back to hula. If we honor nature and we honor ourselves, sharing pua and sharing lei and sharing a beautiful lei po'o that you've made yourself, that is intrinsic to the art and the craft, especially being in Hawaiian music. It's wonderful to support our local lei makers, absolutely, because they work so very hard. But as a young and upcoming artist, be dignified in your presentation, look beautiful, wear your fresh pua, know your mo'olelo, know your olelo. Do your best to memorize your songs. It's nice to have an electronic device in front of you, but when the electric goes off and you have lost 1,000 songs on your handheld device, you are lost.
Yeah.
Use your po'o, use your brain, use what you have inside. It's good when you have a rehearsal to use your handheld device, but when you're performing and entertaining, you must look out and engage your people with your makas. If you're looking down to see the words, well, that's okay. It's okay. But I challenge you, memorize your set. There we go.
Oh my goodness, we might have to do a podcast or something. Fabulous. How can everybody get your music or follow you
Thank
on
you. Well, first of
Instagram
all,
or
please
Facebook?
listen to Kapa. Listen to
Yay!
Kapa. And I thank you so much for your support, because so many people say, oh my gosh, I was driving listening to Kapa and I heard you. So listen to Kapa and support local Hawaiian music through supporting those who support Kapa. Listen to who the vendors are out there that are advertising with them. I'm on Spotify. Yeah. I'm on Apple iTunes. I'm on most musical digital platforms because I did my due diligence and got my product out there.
Awesome.
And I think that's brilliant, because I wouldn't have known how to do that a couple of years ago. I'm very much old school. I rely on the radio. But now I see that people can do things like Spotify, Pandora,
Mhm.
and some out there. Christy Leina'ala Lassiter. I'm always shocked when I can find myself out there. I am. And I'm thrilled and I'm amazed. But
Yes.
I have stuck to the craft for 40 years. When I was Miss Aloha Hawaii in 1981, and that's 42 years ago, I told them I wanted to be a recording artist. And I didn't know how to get there. I didn't know how to do it. But I stuck with it. And it was through trial and tribulation and tears and frustration. And I quit so many times, but I'm still here and I'm standing tall and proud to represent Hawaii Island as a recording artist, as a female vocalist. And yes, I am busier than I have ever been in my life. That's amazing. I am constantly, will you? Yes. Okay.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
First of all, congratulations and thank you for representing Hawaii Island as classy as you do. Christy, we look forward to seeing you at the Nahoku Hanohano Awards
Right?
um, in a few weeks. I can't wait to see your dress and
It
what
is
pose. What pose you coming with? I mean, I know there's going to be some kind of color decor, something of amazingness, right?
right. Right. I have to just practice walking in the heels because when I put them on, I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna look like a stork walking or a flamingo, like a flamingo walking with really, slow gait because those heels, but I need the high heels so I don't have to lop off the bottom of the dress because it's
There
very
you go.
long. But
Yes, yes.
it's such an exciting event to look forward to, and I can't wait to take a picture with you and Jazz. And I'm super excited that Jazz is nominated also.
Yes,
You
we're
know,
excited
not
about
enough
that.
people know about him as a not only a radio personality, but a great engineer and musician as well. So what
Thank
an A
you.
team you folks are. It's amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's going to be exciting. We're excited and it's cool cuz Hawaii Island represents and we're here to support you and
Thank you.
we'll photo up when we get there. Support Christy Leina'ala Lassiter music. It's always a pleasure, sister. I learned so much today. Love you so much.
Mahalo.